Okay, even in my absence today, I thought it was important to make sure you have what you need to continue learning. Here's a learning target, and then we're going to hopefully be able to say those four I can statements at some point. And I might not do all four, but my concentration is to make sure you understand the makings of a box and whisker plots for data sets. That's my goal. So here we go. Um, well, let's see here. Okay, there we go. Here is the good stuff that you need. So you should take notes on this. What a box and whisker plot is. It shows the variability or the variability of a data set. So far we've done the mean, median, and mode and range. Um, so this is another display from the data. So it shows a variability of data set along a number line. You're familiar with that. Using the least value, you're familiar with that. The greatest value, you can identify that. And the quartiles, that's a new term probably for you. So the quartiles of the data. So now we get into what are the quartiles of the data and what they do. The quartiles divide the data set into four equal parts. The median, which you already know how to do, add everything up and divide it by the number of values you have. So the average. But the median is the second quartile, and we refer to it as Q2. It divides the data into two halves. So the median of the lower half is the first quartile. The average of the lower half is the first quartile. Um, and we refer to that as Q1. And then the median of the upper half is the third quartile. We refer to that as Q3. Here's a picture. What else is important is that this kind of gives you what we call the five numbers that make up a box and whisker plot, or called the five number summary of the data set. So this gives us good stuff. Five number summary. The five number summary. It's early in the morning. Okay. Um, I like study tips. They always help us. Sometimes the first quartile is called the lower, and sometimes the third is called the upper quartile. Those are good things to know as well. So you can pause this to make sure you write this down. I'm going to move forward so I can not make this a long video. Here's an example. You should take your data and you should make the list from least to greatest. So ascending order from the lowest to the greatest in order. Okay. I like to go from here to find my median. Like I do, I come up. You can kind of tell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the left side. And then you have these two right here. So the median would be the average of this, which the average of this is 25. Okay. So you see the median has a point, it has a dot, and what we kind of call a whisker, I guess. All right. And now I look at the lower half of the median and I want to find the average of that. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and right here in the smack dab middle would be the average of the 22 and 24. Okay. So the lower half is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Top half 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why are you doing that, Miss Baker? I want you to see how things are balancing out because it splits it into four equal parts. Say, so here's my lower half. I take the median of the lower half and I take the median of the high or upper half. So I have that. My third quartile, the median of that data is 29. You see a point there, and then the median of the lower data is 23. You see a point there. Now the box is made up of the quartiles, the first quartile all the way to the third quartile with the median in the center. These right here are called my whiskers, and they are extending to the lowest value, the least value, and extending to the highest value. Okay, this represents the ages of the members of a backpacking expedition. All right. So I hope this is making some sense to you. Write down your questions. If not, here's the wonderful news. Um, I don't want to interpret. The wonderful news is Desmos does this for you. You need brackets. You also need to name the list. And I'll put a little video for this up. So if we name the list L and we go into functions, look for box plot under the functions menu. And I'll show you that in a minute. Once you do the list and you just do type the word box plot parenthesis L, it'll do it for you. Ain't that something? Imagine that. But you need to know what they are. So that is important. You could pause the video and try to do this. I suggest definitely doing the least to greatest. I suggest finding the median, the inner quartile, the I'm sorry, the lower quartile, second quartile, first, and the third, and then I suggest you walking through it so you can see what you really know. Okay. I don't really want to talk about interpreting right now. We'll get into that another time. But that's kind of important for us today. I do want to talk about how to find the IQR. The interquartile range is what it stands for. Let me see if yeah, I want you to write this one down. This is another measure of variation for a data set. It's the interquartile range. And it's the difference, which means subtraction, of the third quartile and the first quartile. And it basically represents the range of the middle half of the data. Okay. I hope this is helpful to you. I'm not going to go any further. We'll talk about more a little later. All right. Maybe it'll be a good idea if I show you Desmos right quick. Okay. So what we were saying here was, let's see if I can go back and get that you try. Let's see if I could take these numbers right here. I'm going to take these numbers and I'm going to Desmos. I'm going to paste those numbers. Okay. I'm going to put, I'm going to name it, I'm going to name it L. L equals, I'm going to put my bracket there. Oh, that's a brace. There's a difference. And it's so, see, it's already given me a list. It's already telling me that I got a list. Okay, so my brackets are important. Now that I have that list and I've named it L, you're going to go here. You're going to go to functions and you're going to go down to statistics. There's a lot of things here. You can find the mean, you can find the median. So I could do median and then I could type L. It gives me that. I can do, I think you get the picture. It's not hard at all. I can do the median. I have to do it on another line. I have to do it on another line. I could do median. I could type it or I can select it. Median and then the name of my list. So if you do another list, you're gonna have to name it differently. But what I want you to do is to come down to. Wait a moment. I know I probably passed it. It's in functions. I got excited. There we go. Visualizations, histogram, dot plot, box plot, box plot. So it'll do your dot plot histogram too. Box plot, L. Exclude outliers. Okay. So there it is right there, everybody. There it is. There we go. So it'll do the visualization for you. You should make sure you understand it. 16, 17, 18 is my average, which is my mean, or 17. This is, yep, 18 here, 16 here, this is 17. 14 is the average of my lower fourth, or the lower part of the data. So that's quartile one. And then this probably is 18. This probably is 19 right here, quartile two. Minimum value 12, maximum value 24. It'll do the work for you, but you need to understand it. Let's see what else I can get from functions. If I want to get a quartile, let's see. But I have to tell it which one. So I'm gonna go comma 1, and then it tells me my lower quartile is 14. And then if I could do the upper quartile, I hope this is helpful for you. Quartile, and then do L, and I need to find the third. This is 19. So here's all the data I need right here. My lower quartile is 14. My upper quartile is 19. My median, which is my average, is 17. Minimum value. Let me see if I can go even that far. Minimum and max. I'm gonna do minimum and see if that's gonna give me, yep, they give me the least for the minimum. Here's all your data you need, beautiful people. And then the max. So that's everything you need to make to make the box and whistles blocks 24. There we go. And then if you want the IQR, I don't know if it does that, but the IQR is simply 24 minus 12. It's the, nope, that's not what I said earlier, is it? The interquartile is the difference between the third quartile and the first quartile. So it would be the third quartile 19 and the first quartile 4. So it'll be 5. It'll be, the difference would be for the IQR would be 19 minus 5. IQR 19 minus 5. Okay, this should be very helpful to you and help you get things done today. Have an awesome day without Miss Baker. And I will see you soon.